Hi, this is Jana at the Tahlequah Public Library, and we're back for another Quick Looks. We're just going to look at a couple of authors that you might want to take with you on a vacation, or books where the people actually are traveling maybe on the road, or by car, by train, by airplane, or just walking. Before I get started though, I did want to mention that a couple of people had recommended some books on Facebook. One of the authors who was recommended was Jana, DeLeon. And I actually ended up reading the first book in the series, The Misfortune Mysteries. The first book is called Louisiana, Longshot. If you like Jana this would probably be a good series. The main character is a CIA agent who gets kind of exposed, and so her identity comes out and people are trying to get her, kill her, so she gets sent down to a town called Sinful, Louisiana, kind of like a undercover thing, and she's a former beauty queen, so her new persona identity is as a former beauty queen who is working as a librarian in this little town. But they have a lot of funny characters, and they're pretty funny. So if you like Jana and funny mystery books, you might want to give those ones a try. We don't have them as ebooks. I think there might be one or two that was ebooks, but we do have a lot of the paperbacks. Also, don't forget that Hoopla, you can download movies or TV shows onto a tablet, a phone, a laptop, and you can take those with you on a trip. You get the movies and the TV shows, things like that, from Hoopla for 3 days, and then they are returned automatically. So if you're on vacation and you run out of those three, as long as you have an internet connection at a hotel or even a travel stop, you can download more movies. They even have genres like Dove-approved movies for all ages, so you don't have to worry about what's in the movie when you're traveling. So they'll be appropriate for all ages. And some ebooks that I actually downloaded on my Kindle from the library. There were 4 of them. I took them on vacation. I ended up finishing all 4 of them. This was a while back, but I finished all 4 of them because they were so good. And it's by somebody who I don't usually read very much of. The author was Dean Koontz, and the series is the Jane Hawk series. And the main character in this series is an FBI agent, and her husband commits suicide just out of the blue. There was no problem that anybody detected, and she starts looking into finding out why this happened. And she discovers that there's all sorts of people across the whole country that have been doing this, and they're all very successful people. And she goes on and investigates and starts talking to family members. And it ends up being this really good mystery. It's super fast paced. She's trying to find out what happened. She ends up going rogue and is on the run because it turns out that there's government people at the highest levels, and there's corporations at the highest levels that are involved in like nanotechnology. And so I would really recommend those ones. The first one is The Silent Corner. The second one is The Whispering Room. The third one is The Crooked Staircase. The fourth one is The Forbidden Door. Those are all available from Libby or Overdrive as a download ebook. The fifth one, The Night Window, they don't have it as an ebook, but there's plenty of copies available, physical copies. There's regular print, large print, paperback. But somebody recommended these to me, and I ended up really liking them. The main character, she is very capable. She's running all across the United States. She comes up with all these ingenious things after she's going after these people to try to bring them down and expose what they're doing. But they're really fast paced. I ended up reading those 4 books in just about 10 days. So you might want to give those ones a try if you're going on vacation, because they're easy reads and they're pretty fast-paced and exciting. And then some audiobooks that you might want to check out, these were also recommended to me, are audiobooks by the author Neil Gaiman. He writes children's books and adult books. My favorite book by him was NEVERWHERE, which I read years ago, and I ended up listening to the audiobook too. Neil Gaiman is a very good narrator, and he narrates a lot of his books. Not all of them, but a lot of them, the children's and the adult ones. Most of his books are fantasy based, so there might be taking place in like the land of fairy, or Neverwhere. They have London above and London below, and if you go down to London below, if you come back up to London above, nobody remembers you. It's like your whole life there has been erased. And I remember in London above, or London below actually, when the main character goes down there, he'll have different parts of London that Neil Gaiman will refer to, and they turn out to be characters in the story. And so they're just really fun books. Not all of his adult books are appropriate for kids, so you might want to look into them before you download them. One of his more famous ones though is Stardust, and they did make a movie about that one. And right now I'm actually listening to American Gods by him, and then I'll be listening to Anansi Boys. But right now all of his main books are available as audiobooks on Hoopla, and also as ebooks too. So if you don't want to listen to them, you could download them on a device and read them. But somebody recommended them to me, and I really like them a lot. So I hope you give some of those a try. And if you have any thoughts or ideas for books that are good to read when you're going on a trip, please let us know so that we can recommend them to other people. Thanks a lot. We'll see you next time. Bye.